Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Amber and this is a channel all about plus size fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. Today we have a haul from Spanx. So you might all be familiar with Spanx. It is like the leading shapewear brand since who knows how long. Miss Sarah Blakely launched it. She's been on Shark Tank, not to launch her product, but you know, as a shark now because she's so successful. And I actually don't know when they launched clothing, not just sports or not just shapewear, but I haven't really tried any of it out. So what I'm going to show you, which is what I'm wearing right now, is actually what kind of caught my attention. It's this little like two-piece lounge set that has been going pretty viral on social media. And I was like, all right, let me see what that is. And then of course, while I was on the site, I had to pick up a few other things and try those out as well. So in today's haul, you'll have a little bit of a mix. It's gonna be a short one, but it's gonna be, you know, the lounge suit, which I mentioned. I also have a couple of their perfect wear pants, a few of their activewear pieces, which I'm super interested in trying out. The one thing I always loved about their shapewear is how high they came up. My long torso loves that. So if their like activewear leggings go up even close to as high as that, I'm gonna be in love because my biggest pet peeve when working out is having to keep continuously pulling up the waistband of my leggings. So fingers crossed that these are some magical mystical gems that I have yet to find. And then lastly, we'll wrap it up with a couple of their newer released shaping shorts. I wear Spanx all the time under skirts and dresses, not just for shaping, but just because I like there to be something covering my legs so they don't like stick, rub, all that stuff. And the current, let me see, when they first came out with them, they were very like nylon-y, slinky, and those were great. They evolved them to a little bit of this softer touch type of quality, which feels really great on body. However, it sticks to cotton type fabrics a lot, or knits. Sometimes it'll stick to, so your clothing just doesn't lay over them as nicely. It kind of gets stuck on it. So curious to see what these new fabrics are going to be like, and taking them out of the box. Very interesting so far, so really curious to see how they perform up against my tried and true pair. So I guess I'll stop talking and without further ado, let's get into the haul. As a reminder, here are my measurements. I am 5'6", I wear about a size 22, and I am straight from the front but curvy from the side, so a curvy rectangle. And everything I ordered today will be in a 3X. So let's see how everything fits. So this first look is the Air Essential wide leg pant and the Air Essential half zip sweatshirt. I'm wearing a 3X in both, and I believe this color is called the linen. So my first thoughts, fabric is super soft. It's called Air Max because it's just like lightweight, soft, feels comfortable on body, which it does. It is a modal poly span fabric, really stretchy, really drapey. Second thought when I saw it on the mirror, or in the mirror, was that these pants, and the color's probably not helping. I think this was maybe the only one they had in stock when I ordered, but it does look like they've released new colors since. But this color does not hide anything. For a brand named Spanx, who is famous for their shapewear, I almost felt like maybe there should have been some like built-in smoothing to this fabric. But even here, like on my leg where I have a little like mole, I can see that popping through, so not ideal. But otherwise super comfortable. It does have a little bit of a wider waist. It has this stretchy drawstring with the little metal tips. And it is a wide leg, but I think there are some other leg shapes available too. I wish there was pockets. That would be nice for a lounge pant, but alas, not on this pair. And then the sweatshirt is, I'd say it's a little bit shorter. It's kind of like almost a cropped length. It hits at my waist, but it would be a little bit longer on a normal torso length lady. It's got the collar with the zip up, and then there is like a little decorative pull here. And then, oh, excuse me, it's got the cuff and the bottom band in the same fabric. There's a little slit at the bottom of the cuff here, and otherwise just kind of an easy plain top. I guess it is everything you'd want on something that's like really comfortable and easy, but there is like, usually you would expect rib quality at the cuffs and the hem just to kind of like bring it in a little bit. This doesn't have that. So like I said, if it's just for lounging, just for easy, great, that's fine. Overall, really nice and definitely cozy. So good find if you're willing to invest in kind of a luxe lounge set. So next up, let's just appreciate this color before I step back. Look how pretty that is. So this is a nice little match set here. So cute. So down here I'm wearing the Yes Pleats SKORT. I'm wearing it in a 3X and it is in the color lavender. Super cute little pleated tennis skirt with shorts underneath it. Are there pockets? There are pockets on one side here, so if you want to put your keys, your phone, tennis ball, however you're using it. The fabric of the shorts I think is different than the fabric of the skirt here. It has a nice high rise. It has a hidden elastic at the top edge. I'm checking to see if there's any other pockets in the waistband, but I don't feel any. And then this cute little pleat detail, really fun, really flirty and feminine. I feel like the length of the shorts underneath are a pretty good inseam. I've definitely experienced some that are too short where they just kind of like bunch up. And otherwise, really fun find. It is just a touch fitted for me, kind of at this back hip where it keeps wanting to like pull up a bit. That is probably more of a me problem just because all of my shape is like back here. But otherwise really fun and definitely a easy like item to wear to be active but still feel a little bit like cute. And then this is the Get Active tank. Also wearing this in a 3X. So the fabric, I think it's the same fabric as the shorts. So it's a thick knit interlock active fabric. It is a little bit shorter than I had expected, which I guess is good or bad. Like for this skirt, I was like, oh, it feels a little bit too long. Like I almost wanted it shorter. But if I was gonna wear it with pants, I feel like I wanted it longer. So you be the judge. I almost also feel like I'd want to size down one just because I'm getting a lot of this excess at this bust. And also the neckline shape is kind of a weird shape because I don't think I'm pulling it out to make it kind of wider. It is this like weird like tapered scoop. Yeah, I think that would be like much better. But beyond those, definitely a great little activewear workout tank, and it's a cute little look. Next up is the Booty Boost Active Cropped Legging. I'm wearing a size 3X and it is in the color Very Black. So I feel like these feel like a pair of workout leggings that you would expect from the brand Spanx. And what I mean by that is everybody's, like every other retailer is like buttery soft leggings, thin legging, you know, like all these like things about the leggings. These ones were none of that. They were definitely like a thicker material. You had to work a little bit to get them up, but I do feel like it was worth the work because these fit really well. I feel like they definitely like are smoothing. They aren't shiny, which I appreciate. I like more of a matte quality. And I feel like they would be like squat proof too. Let's also check if they roll down when I like bend down. No, they feel pretty darn good. They have a high waist, which I love. The only thing that I don't know if I love is, so there's this seam that starts low at the hip and comes up, and then there's also a little bit lower down here and comes up. I don't love how low the seam is on the side. Like I keep wanting to like pull it up. I don't know, it just like feels like it hits in a weird spot for me, but that's kind of the only minor feedback I have. There are no pockets on the sides, but there is a hidden pocket at the back waist. Perfect for chapstick or key. Yeah, otherwise I'm kind of a fan of these. I feel like I need to do a few more movements to see if they'll stay up, but I like the fit of them ultimately. Also, you guys, I'm on a mission to find some good leggings. I'm trying to replace ones that I had gotten from Old Navy and from All in Motion at Target. The thing that I need in my legging is the little elastic hidden at the top edge. I feel like if you buy from Fabletics, and kind of a lot of other places are starting to roll this out, where it's just like a turned over waistband and there's nothing to like hold it at the waist, and for me that doesn't work. So if anybody has any recommendations of some really good leggings, let me know. I have tried on Lane Bryant and I feel like their elastic is too thick. I've tried Torrid, which I loved theirs from a while ago, but I feel like their fabric's almost like very dense in a way that like it slides down my legs. But I haven't tried them in the last like year or two, so maybe I'll try them out. But if you guys know any other like secret little gems, please let me know. So this is interesting. I also got the same leggings in a 7/8 length. These are also the 3X, same color and everything. But when I first pulled them out of the package, I was like, oh, the fabric feels slightly different. And then I was like, maybe it's just in my head. So when I put these on, I was like, wait, these are so much easier to get on. The fabric feels like, I don't know, maybe my other ones were cut too small. And that's why it was like more of an experience to pull on. I don't know. But yeah, these are also the 3X. Also the Booty Blast or the Booty Boost collection. So definitely interesting, but let's do a little like roll test on this too, because now I'm curious if like the other ones are better being smaller, or if I should try to order them again and see if they come in a little bit bigger. Let's see. Yeah, still stays put. So that's a good sign. Love that. Unsure, but just know that you might be getting two different experiences. Might be worth ordering both. What I do love about both of them is I'd say my inseam is probably like a 31. I feel like 32, 32 and a half is what like industry does for a standard full length inseam. So I'd say mine's probably pretty close to like the average American woman, but it's a little bit shorter than where the industry had been putting inseams. And the length on both the crop and the 7/8 is really nice for me. So if you've got longer legs, they might feel a little bit short on you. But if you've got a little bit of a shorter inseam, they'll probably be perfect. As I was taking them off, I realized that part of the reason that I think I like them is there is no stitching at the bottom hem, which means that, at least for me, sometimes that stitching is like a little bit fitted and it starts to like drag everything down so it can get to like a smaller part of my ankle. And I wasn't finding that these felt like they were getting pulled down. And I think that's because they have no stitching at the bottom. So that's kind of a nice solve for me, because I have been known to just cut mine off myself. But yeah, that's good if you're looking for that function. If you don't like the look of a raw edge, then these might not be for you. Next up, these are the On The Go Kick Flare pants in True Red, and I'm wearing a size 3X. So super stretchy fabric here. I like that it has a matte finish. It's not too noisy when you walk, which is great. It has a nice high rise. There is elastic on the inside. There are no functional front pockets, even though it looks like there are. And then there are patch pockets on the back. It is a kick flare, which is supposed to be like a cropped flare leg. I don't know if I really like the length or not on me. I feel like this would be better on a taller inseam or a longer inseam person, which is contradictory to what I just said about the leggings, but it is what it is. I might even try to size down one. I feel like it is a little bit like loose here, and I've got a lot of excess at the back waist too. But otherwise comfortable. They come in a range of colors. I think definitely black and red, but there might have been a couple other pop colors and neutrals. And yeah, really comfortable otherwise. So good if you're looking for a good kind of work pant alternative, or even just like a pant to kind of walk around, run errands. Just like a living your life type of pant. Yeah. So next up is the perfect high-rise flare pant. I'm wearing a size 3X in ultra black. So the rise on these are super high. They keep going, going, and going. Which, hey, I don't mind. I have a long torso. But I do feel like for most everybody else, they probably would like go up straight to your bra band. So just know that. These are in a regular length, and they are a little bit long. I'm wearing about a 2-inch heel right now. And they're probably okay with that type of heel, but I might try the short inseam, which might be better for a variety of shoes. The fabric is like a thick ponty fabric. Definitely feels like it's like hugging, slimming, all of that stuff. It has this pin tuck in the front, which I'm never a fan of, because then it like, I don't know, it kind of accentuates like any bumps that you have, in my opinion. And then no functional pockets on the front or back, just fake. So that is a little bit of a drawback, not having anywhere to keep your precious items. I think overall the shape of them though is really nice. I feel like they do give like a really nice line of how fitted they are at the hip, and then how wide this flare is. So really cute ultimately. It's probably just a preference on if you mind the pin tuck at the front, and then where the waistband hits, and then choosing your inseam. But yeah, beyond that, good idea. And these are the perfect wide leg pant. So the other ones were flare, these are wide leg. Also in the color black and a 3X. So these do not have the pin tuck down the front, which I like much better. Same ponty heavyweight fabric. I can't figure out if these are real pockets or not on the front. It feels like there's like pocket bags. I don't think they are. I think they're non-functional. It has like pocket bag fabric in there, but I don't know if they're using it just as like a slimming mechanism. I don't think they're real. And then the back pockets are also non-functional, but I do think it's cute that they have this little button detail on the back of one side. The actual fit of them is a little bit more fitted at the hip and the upper thigh, and then it floats away beyond that. There is a pressed crease down the front leg, and the leg opening is really pretty. It definitely feels like a dressy kind of occasion type of trouser, but they're super comfortable. The rise is high, but not as high as the other pair. So this is all really interesting that there's kind of some inconsistencies amongst similar silhouettes. But you know, these are comfortable too. Definitely still a high rise, elastic encased in them. Really good trouser, and definitely really comfortable if you have to like wear this type of thing to work all the time. So go check them out for sure. So now for the part that we are all here for is the actual shapewear. So and these are my own personal pair, so they might be a little bit like linty, but these are just kind of like the tried and true ones that they have. I think they're called the Higher Power Spanx. I had been wearing a 3X for a long time, and I feel like recently I bought a new pair and they didn't feel as fitted as before. So I did size down to a 2X most recently, and they fit well. I love pretty much everything about these except for the fact that sometimes they stick to fabrics. So I am gonna do like a side by side comparison of me wearing this dress with all three, but let me talk about the features on all of them first. Okay, so this one is called the Thin Stinks 2.0, now with printed power. And it looks like this. I did get a 3X here. It says, innovative printing design that offers targeted shaping, the lightest shaping in one single layer, comfortable and breathable for everyday wear. So first instinct is looking at them. It doesn't have a lot of stretch. This is like the printed panel they were talking about, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's like some lines, diagonal lines kind of going across them. It is very rigid in this front piece, like barely a stretch. The back is just regular kind of slinky fabric with a lot of stretch. So very interested to see what this is gonna feel like on body. This does not have the slit to use the bathroom, but it does have a gusset, and then it is a short with no stitching at the bottom, so it does stretch. So that's the Thin Stinks. And then the next one I got is the Spanx Sculpt. So this is the front, and then the back. Also in a 3X, and this tag says a lot of stuff. Hold on. Spanx has choices for every body because we care a lot. So they have a smooth, a shape, and a sculpt. I feel like maybe the traditional one is the shape. Maybe that really lightweight one is the smooth, and now this is the sculpt. So it's called the Encore high-waisted mid-thigh short, seamless and lightweight, full control and less bulk, targeted sculpting, flat out flattering, edge bonded side panels, move freely. So different fabric perhaps on the sides, like on the hips. All right, well, I don't know if that was helpful at all, but let's try them on. So first I'm gonna show you, this is not a dress from Spanx. It is, and it is a little bit big at the top, and you probably can see my bra at the back, so I am going to get it altered. But I chose this one because, first of all, it's white. It doesn't conceal much, and it is a bit of a bodycon. So this is me without any shapewear in this dress. Front view, side view, back. Okay, so take a mental picture of this, and now I'm going to show you with all three different shapewear options on. So here are the OG Spanx. As you can see, they definitely smooth out. I was noticing that they do get a little stuck on the lining fabric because it is like a knit fabric. I love everything about these otherwise. I love how high they go. I love the inseam of the short, and they're really comfortable and they feel like they're holding me in. So that's why they've been my tried and true, but let's see if any of the other ones can give me more to love about it. So these are the Thin Stinks, and it was a workout to get them on. I seriously was like, okay, these aren't gonna fit. Like, they're just not gonna fit. And I was like, you can do it, Amber, just try it. So definitely a little bit of elbow grease needed to pull them on, but now that they are on, they feel comfortable. Definitely feel like a higher level of compression than the ones that I just had on. I can't wait to see the side-by-side on these to see if they actually are smoothing any better, because from the mirror of what I can remember, these didn't feel like specifically at my tummy that they were smoothing any better. But with that being said, they are comfortable, they're very lightweight, they're slinkier, so things aren't sticking to them as much, which is great. They are also a higher price point. I think they're almost double the other pair. I think these were like $70 and the other one were like $35. So that's always a factor as well. But yeah, the fit is good. I feel like maybe the inseam is a little bit longer too. So if you want that additional coverage on your thighs, these are great. And then they do go just as high, even though I wasn't sure when I held them up. I was like, oh, these are going to be like little waist length ones, but no, they are able to tuck under your bra. And now that they're on, pretty comfortable. And then lastly, these are the Sculpt ones. They were definitely harder than the first pair to get up, not as hard as the second. But they also don't feel maybe as compressive as the other two, which is interesting because these are supposed to be the Sculpt ones. They also feel like they have a slightly shorter rise to them once they're on. I think these are fine, but I don't know, I feel like in my opinion, because these are also like $70, I'd be just as fine with my original pair at half the price. They feel like they do just about the same thing. So I almost feel like the first two are probably the best from like how I feel in them point of view, but I'm curious to see all the side-by-sides to see, like it's mostly like my little B-belly here, well not little, but my B-belly that kind of pops out in this dress. So curious to see side-by-side which one is the best at like smoothing that out. But yeah, I mean, you can't really go wrong with all of them or any of them because they provide the coverage, the shaping, and the support. So all of them are great options, just kind of depends on like your specific needs of, you know, maybe the material itself and some of the targeted zones. But yeah, really great options otherwise. All right, guys, that wraps up the Spanx haul. Let me know down below if any of them are items that you think you're gonna try. As always, thank you for stopping by and letting me play dress up. And please comment, like, subscribe, share, and come back for more. See you next time.